Hi, and welcome back to my channel. As you probably know if you're even watching this, my name is Nikki Kirk. I sell on Amazon. Now I also sell on Walmart, eBay, doing retail arbitrage, and I've been doing it for 8 years now. I started actually YouTubing in 2019, 2018-ish. Started out with like RV videos. And I recently quit YouTube, which is maybe why you're watching this video. Well, I quit for 6 months, which I had planned to take that time off. So this video is just happy 2025 and welcoming you back to my channel. If you missed me, if you didn't miss me, no problem. But I have heard from a couple of you, like, when are you doing new videos? I just needed a break, and so I'm just gonna basically recap you what's been going on since literally Q3 last year, because I took Q4 off of YouTube, and Q1 of this year. So yeah. So just right from the start, this video is probably gonna go everywhere. I don't actually really care, so welcome to my journey. So I just was burnt out on YouTube. I still sell on Amazon. I have no plans to stop selling on Amazon. In fact, my plans and the reason I stopped doing YouTube for a little bit was because I wanted to actually grow my Amazon business. Really got into Walmart more this year, more than anything, but I also started in Q4 of last year. So yeah, I really needed a break. I was burnt out on YouTube. I literally was like, so there's a lot of things. I make YouTube videos for free. I have courses, guides, groups, a whole community for Amazon sellers that you can join on whatever suits your business needs at yoursellingguide.com. Those groups are all housed on Facebook. I'm not a Facebook fan. I actually tried to move off of Facebook, but everyone else is on Facebook, so that move didn't work. I tried to move probably in like 21, 22. So the move didn't really work, so Facebook, I'm on there only for my groups. Literally, if you friend request me, I'm going to deny it because I'm not on there for anything other than my groups. Same thing with Instagram. I really took a break from all the social medias, from consuming just news. Like, it's all just, y'all know, I'm not telling you anything new. So it's just like exhausting. So I just needed a break. Like, I needed a mental health break. I just needed a break. So I took a break from YouTube videos because I felt like, what do I have new to tell you guys, right? Like, I felt like I was just repeating myself. Now, I'm not assuming everyone watches every single video, so maybe you caught this thing I said in this one video and you missed it in the other videos that I had said it in the past, but it was, for me, it's like, it's not fun to just keep saying the same things over and over and over, and so I just was like, I've made all the videos I can possibly make. Like, what else do I have to say? And Amazon is getting wilder by the minute, as I'm sure you know if you are selling on Amazon. And so I just got tired. I'm not trying to do news. I've always just been explaining my journey on Amazon, on YouTube for free, right? These are free videos. How I make my living selling on Amazon, one part. That's how I made my living full-time from 2017 to probably late 2020 is when like the Your Selling Guide stuff started to take off. But before that, whole income, everything was on Amazon. Then everything else started to take off with Your Selling Guide and teaching people how to sell on Amazon. And so I really was like leaning into that, made so much money. Like, I'm very proud to say that one of my years of tax returns, I had $1 million on that tax return. You can see the gross sales or whatever that number is. Obviously before all the deductions and all that. So super proud of that tax return, but with that became all this pressure to keep on going. And I literally did not, probably from 2020 to 2022, like early 2022, I never really took a day off. I was either making videos, editing videos in my groups, sourcing for Amazon, packing, selling, doing all that stuff, like literally no days off. So your girl got burnt out. So in 2020, I was doing 3 videos a week on YouTube. 2021, I was doing 2 videos a week. I, scaled back a little bit. 2022, that was 2021, I went down to 1 video a week. And then 23 on, I tried to do, like, give myself a week off every once in a while. It's a lot. If you all work a lot, doing a million different things. It's a lot. And I kind of lost my passion for it. Like I said, I was tired of saying the same things over and over and over. So what the channel is going to look like going forward, I'm still making Amazon videos. I have no plans to make Walmart videos. There's tons of creators out there who are going to do Walmart. I will not be educating you on Walmart. I do have a new bolo group that encompasses Amazon bolos, Walmart bolos, eBay, Poshmark, wherever you sell, you can share bolo from that as your bolo. So you can check that out. It's called the RA100 multi-platform. I really, like I said, I'm selling on Walmart, and I'm actually focusing on Walmart a lot more this year. So I'm really enjoying that group. But I'm still growing my Amazon business. I have big goals. I want that business to make consistently $5,000 profit a month. That is my goal that I'm working to achieve this year. So yeah, I usually always take a break during Q4. I'll do less videos, but this last year I was like, y'all don't need videos from me. Like, I'm busy. I actually get, like, anytime I try to post something or say something, there's like so many trolls out there. And yeah, I don't listen to them, ignore them, but it also, at the end of the day, is like, why do I even bother? Like, I got one person was telling me, oh, you're just selling courses, you don't actually sell. No, yeah, I actually sell. I did $45,000 in profit in Q4, this last 3 months ago when Q4 ended. I ended it with $45,000 of profit from 3 months. So yeah, I do actually sell, and that's probably a lower end. So I know a lot of teachers, and I myself will say this, that a lot of teachers don't actually sell anymore. They sell the courses. I've always done it all and had other businesses on top of that and ended up with just burnout. So the one thing I could be like, I don't need to do this, was YouTube. And so YouTube took a little bit of a hit. Also, if you guys create videos or you follow other content creators who talk about this, YouTube really, like, severely cut down how much they're paying creators. So my top month, I think 2020, December 2020, or maybe it was 2021, I'm not totally sure anymore. I do have a video out there that talks about it though. I made $8,000 a month for that 1 month of YouTube revenue. Today, granted, I took off 6 months or whatever, but even before that, I'm not even clearing $1,000 a month. So YouTube is not paying my bills. And if people aren't joining my bolo groups or, buying what I'm selling, and it's fine if you don't want to, but if it's not worth it, then I'm not going to be focusing on this aspect, which I think people, you understand, right? Like, if you follow me, I'm just like an honest, truthful person. I'm not trying to like sell you fancy cars and look at my life. It's actually cringy to me to even say the tax return thing, but I think I'm proud of it, so I wanted to share it. But anyways, like, I am not that kind of a person, and so if my content isn't valuable and no one's wanting to buy what I'm selling anymore, basically, like, it's not worth my time, I can focus on Walmart, I can focus on Amazon. Other exciting things that have been happening, and I'll have a video out pretty soon talking about it, doing the whole shop tour. That side of my office is a boutique. It's called Salt and Fox. I'm gonna show like a whole walkthrough of it, but here is just like the website as of right now that you can buy stuff on. Every single time I get a sell on it, I'm so excited. I haven't done a lot. You might be just now hearing about it right now because I haven't done a lot to focus on it, but my goal is also to focus on that because I actually went to college way back when to one day own a boutique, and so I'm making that dream happen, and so I'm also focusing on that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm just, for some reason, and this video might be because I am still talking, and I've been talking for already 10 minutes already. My videos just ended up getting really long, and I don't even know why. It wasn't like I was trying to make them long, they just ended up being long, and I was like, okay, whatever, and I threw it up there. So my videos are probably gonna be a lot shorter now. I don't know, like I said, I've been talking, and I haven't even told you everything I wanted to tell you. My last little thing on Amazon, and everything changing Amazon, blah, 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 end of the world, blah, is that like even when I post on Your Selling Guide Instagram, like I'll be just talking about something, and I'm generally, like, I can get, in my feelings and get in my head and get a negative bent, but out publicly, I'm a positive person, and I try to be. And so when I'm just sharing about, I don't know, I think it was just a photo of a boxes I was sending out, like FBM. People are like, oh, but what about this Amazon ungating? What are you doing about this and this? I'm pivoting. I got gated in a lot of stuff too. Some of the stuff I can still sell, thankfully, but I have no, I'm not counting on that I'll be able to sell it forever. And so the new guidelines are like 200, 300, 400 of an item to get ungated. If it's not worth it for you to place those orders for that many, then just pivot and move on. This is not the first time I've had to pivot on Amazon. It won't be the last. Actually, Walmart's really fun because you can sell a lot of the stuff you can't sell on Amazon on Walmart. So sourcing is really fun again. So all that to say, I decided to just remove myself from where it was just becoming toxic and inundated, and I should be able to post a photo of a box I'm sending out without everyone just, I'm sorry, you can be upset, but it's not the end of the world. There's still tons of other brands out there you can sell. So if you're focused on the few that you can't sell now, and either just stop selling on Amazon, no one's making you sell on Amazon, you can just quit if you want to, or pivot and do something else, because like I said, if you're doing it and it's hard and that is throwing you for a whirlwind, maybe it's not for you anymore. I'm gonna still make money on Amazon, and so I pivot, I change, I do whatever I need to do to continue that business, because for me it's valuable and I wanna keep selling. When these YouTube videos stop, when I stop talking about Amazon, I will still be selling on Amazon. So there's that. That's the last thing I wanted to say. It just became a why bother? And if I'm asking myself why am I even bothering, I'm just gonna not bother anymore. Other exciting things, because it was really good. So I don't know, I'm sure everyone knows what a sabbatical is, and I've always every time I hear about one, I'm oh, I wish I could do that. Unfortunately, I've created a business where I have these communities, so I was off YouTube, but I was in my communities all the time still. And with that, it's a 24/7 job, right? So I've had to deal with the guilt of on Sundays, I'm not gonna be in the group. I'm just gonna not even go on Facebook that day, which is fine, right? Y'all get days off. But for me, I feel like I have to be in there all the time or people are gonna get mad at me, but that's my internal thoughts. I don't actually have to be in there all the time because it's an amazing community and they talk to each other, and some of y'all in there are smarter than me. So it really does help to have everyone a part of it. So I was dealing with a lot of that stuff. So I decided, Q4, I obviously have the Q4 group, and as of right now, my plans are to continue it this 2025 Q4. But with the Q4 group, I was not doing Amazon videos, but I was still very much in that group all the time because it's just an exciting group to be in, but there's also a lot going on. We have lives more often and all that kind of stuff. So then with Q1, I was okay, I just have my regular BOLO groups. I don't have to be on all the time. And so I really took Q1 this year to just chill. If I didn't feel like working, I didn't work. If I wanted to sit outside, I sat outside. I just did whatever I felt like, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. And then I saw, okay, well, this is where my business is when I am enjoying myself, so I'm pretty good with that. And so I'm obviously adding back videos, which is a good chunk of time, but other than that, I'm gonna try and keep this chill, relax thing, because I've read quite a few books on burnout, because I was burnt out, and yeah. So I actually have exciting things to talk about. I think it was the end of August, a dog showed up here on the property, a red heeler. He looks like, I think it's Bingo from the Bluey. And he was a little scrawny little thing. And I looked around, I posted in the community groups, does anyone own this dog? Unfortunately, in the area we're in, this county, there's no shelters you can take the dogs. And I learned this the hard way. They tell you, oh, you have to go to that county or that county, because I'm on the edge of 5 counties, it feels like. But the one county I'm actually in, there's nowhere to take the dogs. So they end up, horrible people, I don't know who is dumping these dogs, but Charlie got dumped here, and he is cute. He was fine with the cats, so I ended up keeping him. So now I have a dog, and Charlie boy is, I think, 1.5 years now. When I got him, the vet said he was probably 9 months old. And it's been so much fun having a dog. I always said I'll get a dog when one shows up, and he showed up. Now, a couple months ago, another one showed up, and I just feed animals. Like, I had I have dog food now, but at the time when Charlie showed up, I had cat food, so I was giving him cat food. He was clearly hungry. So when this other dog showed up, Charlie was loving the other dog, but I fed it, and then I started calling around. I think he must have showed up on the weekend, because I started calling around Monday morning, asking in the group if anyone knew whose dog it was, calling all the different shelters, and literally they all told me I couldn't take him there. And so now, if another animal shows up, I will not be feeding it, and it will break my heart, but I can't have another dog. Luckily, someone did own that dog. I was able to take it and drop it off, but yeah, so now I learned that the hard way, but yeah. And then I finally did my lifelong goal of going to Italy. This was definitely the first trip of many, because I went to Puglia, which is like the heel of the boot. Apparently it's a huge food scene, but it's not a lot of like tourist people. I guess it's a pretty poor area of Italy, so actually people leave to get jobs elsewhere because there's not a lot of jobs. But Via Rosa is who we went on the tour with. I highly recommend, if you want to go to Italy and see the culture through their food, eat great food, stay at amazing hotels, as you will see as I'm posting videos while I'm talking about it. They are absolutely amazing. They have tours all over Italy. Highly recommend. I'm excited to go back, and I will definitely be going back with them. I was a part of Meryl's group. So Meryl is the creator of Pasta Social Club on Instagram. She also has the Pasta Everyday cookbook, which is amazing. I bought that for myself, I think Christmas 2023 when it came out. And I was telling her this, I'm very much a like web-based recipe. I buy cookbooks and then I almost never open them. But I am going to cook all the different pastas that she has made in that book, and I'm really excited to make all the different shapes. I love Italian food. It is a toss-up between Italian food and Mexican food for my favorite. And I'm pretty good at cooking it because it's gotten so bad that I like, at least the places around here, I'm not talking about like New York and Los Angeles Italian restaurants, but around here, I can make food better than most of the Italian and Mexican places. And so it's not as fun to eat out. I mean, it's still fun to eat out, but I'm just like, mine's better. And there I go, like complimenting myself again. But anyways, I had the best time. I made mozzarella, I made burrata, we made so much pasta, we ate so much pasta, we drank a lot of wine. I very much am like trying to keep that food going where, you have the antipasta, the appetizers. Apparently, they have to cut down. This is still shocking to me, and now I've eaten it all, and it's still very shocking to me. Italians can eat much more food than Americans can, which is crazy because we eat a lot of food here. So they actually served us like half portions of everything, and even still, our group couldn't really finish it all, which is just mind-blowing. They also eat really late there, and I am someone who likes to eat dinner before 7 or 7:30, definitely before 8. They don't even start eating till 8, but that's because they take breaks. Everything closes down, kind of like Spain. I know Spain does that, even though I've never been. So that was an adjustment where I was trying to like come back from being jet lag, and I was like, I gotta stay up until at least 7:30 when this restaurant opens so I can go eat dinner. I don't eat seafood. I don't like shrimp. I tried all the seafood. I ate a lot of shrimp. I'm not gonna start eating it. It was good there, but some of it was a no. I had tuna there, which was amazing. I was like, I'm never gonna have this again. I don't know what they did to it, but it literally just tasted like a steak, the tuna that they cooked, and I'm like, no one's ever gonna be able to replicate this and make this, so I'm just not even gonna eat tuna. But definitely, if you like seafood, it was the place to go. We had the most amazing group. It was everyone, who follows Meryl, who has been to her supper clubs. If you're in the DC area, she has supper club dinners throughout the summer, so you can check her out. Again, Pasta Social Club on Instagram, and she has a Substack newsletter you can subscribe to where she sends out recipes, I think once a week. I just recently subscribed to that. So far I've gotten one really cool recipe, but you get all of her backlog. And I'm very much in a lemon phase for the last year and a half. I've been making all kinds of lemon desserts, lemon pastas. So I was looking on her Substack for some lemon pastas, and she has some pretty good recipes I'm excited to check out. Yeah, so literally I'm recording this Monday. I got back last week, Monday, from Italy. I took the rest of last week off, just for one, to recover, and two, to just like chill, my last chill week, and now I'm back at it. But still trying very much to not burn myself out again, still take days off when I need it. And I think as a business owner, you have to do that. Like, you have stop pushing yourself so hard. I wish I had taken breaks when the money was flowing those 2 years. Instead, I thought for whatever reason, I had to keep working. Now the money's not flowing and I have to work to make the money. And I wish I would have taken the time off then when you know what I mean? So take the days off. You started this business. You're doing this for a reason. If you need a break, take a break. It could be a month, it can be a day, it can be a week, it can be a quarter, whatever you need. This last quarter was super lazy. I think, I can pull it up and show you here, but I think I made $1,000 a profit, maybe, on Amazon every single month, January 1st, so $3,000 profit. But I also don't care. Like, that's fine, because I have my goal and I'm gonna bust my booty for the rest of the year to make that goal happen by January of next year, that $5,000 consistent profit a month across all boards. So it won't just be Amazon, it'll be Walmart as well, because those are basically my main two. And the boutique, like everything, my online selling business, I wanna at least make $5,000 profit a month. So that's my goal. That's what I'm going to work towards, and I will make videos. I have videos coming up every week. So my goal is every week throughout the summer to have one video a week. I am going to London in the summer, so that on points, credit card points. I've gotten really into credit card travel points. So I got lay flat seats for my parents and I. We're going to go to London, Scotland, in Ireland, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I think I'm gonna have a video every week that I'm gone still, but if I don't, I don't, and that's okay. But yeah, so coming up, I have a shop tour, because I know people wanted to see it like a year and a half ago when I built it, and I just never got around to it. So I'll be filming a shop tour. I have sourcing videos still coming up. I have some bookkeeping videos that I'm gonna be making. So just the break was good because I was able to brainstorm different ideas instead of just keep on doing what I was doing. Because if you just keep doing what you're doing and you're not happy and you're like, why am I doing this? Take a break and reevaluate. So yeah, that's where I've been. That's why I quit YouTube for a little bit. I'll probably, from just the way I'm saying it, it's probably gonna be like 6 months on, 6 months off, 6 months on, 6 months off. And if y'all are watching, and if my bolo groups are still doing good, then I'll keep making them. But like I said, I'm not gonna kill myself to do something just to do it for no real, payoff. I got other things I could do to be making money besides making these videos. So yeah, anyways, that's where I've been. That's what's up. If you're in the bolo groups, then I've been around. You probably didn't miss me, but if you are just watching me here on YouTube, then that's where I've been. And yeah. This is a long video, I can already see it. And it wasn't supposed to be, but yeah. I'll be back next week with another Amazon selling video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, let me know what's been going on with you. Thanks, bye guys.